Hi everyone, how are you doing today? If you want to know how I made this mannequin with just some old stuff around the house, like some takeout containers, old broken hangers, an old maternity bra, an old t-shirt, and some other stuff, then just keep on watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so we can stay in touch. Here are the supplies I think we will need. I have two takeout containers, soup containers. These are actually the ones from Costco. You get your ready-made tortilla soup in these and they come in a pack of two. So an old hanger that came with something that I purchased. A regular plastic hanger that's actually broken. Some kitchen shears, but you could have, of course, any strong shears, and that's only to actually cut off this edge because I feel like this edge is a hindrance in a way. Either an old turtleneck or an old dress. And I'm using these hosiery kind of material dresses. If you're from India, you can just use any one of your old kurtas. Basically, you know, anything that fits you. Hosiery is easy to stretch, so I feel like it's easier to manage. A hot glue gun, some newspapers to line our floor with so that the hot glue gun doesn't ruin your floor. We might need a third container for the neck region, and I'll tell you guys in a minute what I mean by that. A masking tape to kind of hold stuff together. You can use a regular tape. I just have masking tape, so masking tape. And then I have a whole bag full of old stuff that I was going to kind of either donate or throw away anyways, because most of it is actually not donatable because it's torn or something like that. So whatever is damaged to that extent, I'm going to use it for this project. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna start off by cutting off the hard edges on this. And I'm only doing this because they kind of protrude out. So whatever you are using doesn't have that. You can just continue using it as is. Okay, so after cutting off the edges, I have just taken my broken hanger. Need not be a broken hanger, but I have one, and I have placed it such that the containers line the bottom properly, and this is going to be my back side, and I want it all the way to the back, you can say. It's just going to be a support. And then I have a bunch of different hangers here, and instead of using one that has a fixed hook, it would be preferable if you can get one which has like a rotating hook. And I found few in my closet. There's a wooden hanger. This one is from IKEA. This I think would be ideal to use, but it's in a great condition, and if you know me, I cannot bear to damage an item, you know, which is in a good working condition, so that's out of question. This is, I don't know where we got this from. This looks like a good option because first of all, it's made of plastic and the hook looks very sturdy. The Mannequin is going to get decently heavy after we stuff it, so this is a contender. This is another option. You get these very cheap in US in either TJ Maxx or Home Goods, and they have a rotating head, but I have seen these break so easily that I wouldn't ideally recommend it because you don't want to make your whole mannequin and have the hook break on you at the last minute. So I would advise against it. And as I said earlier, you can always go with this, you know. It's just that because this is facing this way and our mannequin is going to face this way, if you have to hang it in a closet, this is going to make it difficult. I think this one came with one of the dresses that I purchased. This looks pretty sturdy, so I guess I can go with it. I'm tempted to go with this, but let's see how it fits inside. Actually, as much as I like the curve on this one, I think this would be a better option in our case because it would be easier to stick, and we are going to stick the tops of the containers to this hanger. So the broken hanger is going to stay in the back, and then this intact hanger is going to stick to the top of it. I'll have to leave the hanger inside when I do the sticky business. So my glue gun is heated up, and in the past I haven't had the best luck with glue guns. This is a new glue gun that I purchased from Walmart, and it is like a high-low glue gun, and I think these are better than the one that I had before. I see a contact, and there is a way to secure these things to each other. Okay, Once that is done, now I want this hanger to kind of hold it right in the middle. And I see that the sides are not touching, but the tops are, and I want them to. So I'm going to put a bead on the tops. And you want the hangers to be parallel. So I have now drawn 2 lines parallel to the hanger in the background. And I'm going to go back in and add additional glue. So at this point I've gone ahead and added the duct tape for some reinforcement, extra reinforcement, and I'm going to do the same to these containers by just taping them together. Or rather, I'm creating a bust line, you can say. In the past I had created a whole mannequin out of duct tape and a trash bag. If you look up on YouTube, you will find videos regarding that, and that mannequin did work for me for one dress that I did create for my cousin's wedding. But after that, it just fell apart, and I had stuffed it with the stuff that you put inside pillows, and that was not cheap either. So I'm trying to kind of keep this one as lightweight as I can, and then we'll see how it works out. So this is the third container we have, and I have actually just cut it through the middle, and it did get shattered while I was doing that, but that's fine. We are going to kind of retape it. I'm making a small kind of an hole here on top so that I can ideally fit it like so over the hanger portion. And I only want height up till the top of this, so I'm going to just kind of measure it and cut it off. I could have probably left the container intact instead of like cutting it in half and just drilled a hole in the middle, but I didn't want to deal with the drill at the minute, so I'm going to tape it back using the duct tape. That's what I'm planning to use. A basket that was holding the clothes to kind of create the torso, and then an old bra. There you go. So I duct taped our shoulders to the sides. I added some more duct tapes on the back here because this material is pretty flimsy and I wanted it to have something to kind of hold on to, you can say. And then I also taped the front to this duct tape we had added earlier. Okay, and now I'm gonna kind of put the bra around it. If you're a guy trying to make this, you can ask your wife or mother or sister. So like so, and I think, or rather I hope, that it's kind of going to automatically give us a shape we are looking for. It's already looking pretty decent. I'm going to stuff the bra space with a t-shirt or something before we proceed. So I'm working with items that are actually pretty unusable. What I'm making right now is pretty much for display purposes because it's plastic most places. It cannot hold pins. I have this super cheap container. If it was not from Daiso, I think it was from Walmart. I'm very sure that it's easy to find such a thing in countries like India or China or Malaysia for that matter, because they're kind of made there. I initially thought that I should cut like a big hole in it, but then I decided against it. And I also have a tall lamp. I'll try to include a picture here what it looked like before, like that broke. So I have taken it apart, and basically this is where the bulb is, and then you have a shade on the side, and then you have like the rod that fits here, and so on and so on. So my idea is to secure this here, secure this portion to the bottom here, so that way we will be probably, if I don't mess this up, able to kind of install it on top of a tripod like base of this lamp. All right, I'm gonna cut off the bottom part, coming apart anyway, so, and then I want to kind of secure this here, but before doing that I'm going to attach my lamp piece to this hole. So I'm gonna do that and then add the washer and the nut to the bottom of this so that it's flushed, and I'll be back, okay? So I realized that putting the rod in first is a better idea, and the other thing that I realized is that it's probably better if I bring it all the way up, because then it's more stable. So the problem remains, I still need a little bit more structure to this, and I think I pretty much need the chicken wire circle to kind of take care of that, but I'm gonna leave that for now, and let's dress this form up and I'll be back, okay? Let me see. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out how I can secure the blue tub inside. So what I've done is I took one of the sweaters and literally shoved its arms inside, and then I have tied a knot on the inside. So that way I think now the tub is kind of secure to this whole structure up top, except for the fact that now the mannequin looks a little bit, you know, pregnant. But I feel that we can resolve that issue with just some duct tape, by just kind of duct taping right there. So let's do that. I'm gonna kind of also compress the tub this way by adding another duct tape. Okay, because this hanger keeps on popping out, just secure these two to each other, because I don't want the hanger to pop outside. Let's add the top shirt in. So there you go. This is how the dress form has turned out, and I'm actually enjoying it very much. At this point I can just leave it like this, or tuck the arms in, or just tie them in the back as I have done this time, and I'm kind of superbly happy about how it has turned out. Of course, as I told you guys, it does need a chicken wire or something to kind of hold the form better at the bottom, but it's functional, and I can definitely use it to display my clothes or bags or whatever I need. And I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will know when I upload my next video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!